Take it. I don't want to hold it a second longer. This thing's cursed.
It is the holiest of books.
don't think off-screen, I don't think off-screen damage does damage. I think I used like 3 extra shotgun shells there. Because it shot it off-screen. Well, honestly, I think it still has iframes in the beginning, too. I think one shell is just going to iframes. And 2 of those shells did no damage.
Password correct.
Hey, what's up, Shy? What you got that for me? There's some beverages. You calling me a poopy butt? Hello there. I'll be able to look at them in just a second. Some bevies? Okay. I'm liking it. I'm seeing the creamer. I'm seeing the rotten milk. I'm loving all that. Oh, it's not rotten anymore. Okay. Nice. Let's see, here's a cutscene. I'll look at it. What do we got? Pink, blue. I want the pink one. Pink slush. Feb 25. Alright, alright. Oh, hello. This isn't going well. Alright. No, it's going great. Ooh. That's nice too. I don't think that hit him. Right, dude. Nice. I'm doing great. How are you doing? Pink is your favy? Nice, nice. Well, that's what we want then. I'll still give you some sips. You can still have sips. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm just chilling. How are you? Have you been getting some rest? I've been real lazy today. It's just been a real lazy day. I'm just tired, like waking up in the middle of the night, like I told you. Definitely hit me today. Oof. I'm having a little coffee though, with some hazelnut. We almost made it outside in sub 1 hour. That was close. That's the dream. You have returned. Welcome back. Welcome back. I'll never not get caught on that thing. That'll never happen. Never, ever, ever not get caught on that thing. I'm on PB pace, but anything can happen, and I'm expecting. I forgot to hit record, so I'm not recording the run. So I'm expecting my stream to die like it always does, and rip the run. But we can recreate it. It's just practice, really. What's that stand for? There we go, 70 stream streak. What's what stand for? This is a really stupid addition to the update. It's a lot of time loss. What do you mean, what does what stand for, though? I didn't catch that. Oh, okay. Nice. Probably some speedrun jargon I was rattling off. Yeah, so like those two witches I just had to kill in the cemetery there, I had to sit there and just wait for them to show up for like 30 seconds. That was kind of one of my points with the older versions. You don't have to do that. Like they're not there. They just added that a couple days ago. So it's kind of my point with having like different tabs for different versions, because it's not fair to anyone running this version. You know, that we have to lose time. It's like impossible. So like it would be impossible even if you did as good as the world record. You couldn't even beat it because you would have to sit there for 30 seconds and wait for that. So it's essentially not even the same game. It's a different version of the game, which a lot of times is fine. you know, it's just when, to me, when it's a substantial, like, there's probably like 3 minutes difference now between, that version, the original version and this version, with different things that they've taken out. It's about like 3 minutes. So in my eyes, that's a lot. But it's not my problem. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. I can just play the game, you know, the way I want to. And what do I do here? Okay, I just keep going. And then we run around here. I keep forgetting, there's like a little routing thing I can do here to save a little bit of time, but I don't remember what it is. Oh, it's something like you just run back. No, it's not this. No, I fucked that up. I want to do it the right way, even if it's slower. Oh yeah, okay. So we go this, I think it's this way. No, it's not that way. I'm losing time here. I just want to figure out what this is. Okay, so what we do is we unlock the thing and then we run back this way. Okay, back by the graves. It's not even really that they don't want to do it necessarily. I mean, at some point, I think, you know, they'll have to. You know, like if it's a 20-minute difference in versions, and, you know, there's just a lot of little things that to me are they're just not thinking it through. Okay, now this is where I wanted to do something a little different. Oh yeah, I remember now. You just go to the bridge and then you go back through there. You turn around. This is just so slow, but it's alright. and then you go through here. Yeah. It's definitely faster than what I was doing. I already did that. Nice. So I don't know. I just wonder why. I just wonder, like, if the head moderator doesn't play the game, it just makes me wonder why they wanted to moderate the game. Like, if I'd never played a game before, I wouldn't be like, yeah, I'm gonna run their speedrun page. You know? I want to be a moderator for their speedrun page. That doesn't... So it's like... What's going on there, you know, really? Yeah, exactly. I'm not saying, like, implement changes necessarily, but I mean just to say, nope. Like, hey, what about this? Instantly. Nope, we're never doing that. Like, really? You're not gonna think about it at all, or ask someone who might know? Because, like, since you haven't played the game, like, you probably don't know everything about the game. I'm just guessing, though. Ah, this sucks. Kind of fuck this up. I don't know if they played it or not, honestly. I mean, they don't have a run on the board. Shut up, Kroger. Well, that was a terrible, that boss. It took a long time. I mean, they don't speedrun it, and they don't know anything about speedrunning it. So it sounds to me like it's just whatever they're being told by someone who does speedrun it. Like maybe they're just a puppet, you know, power tripping. I have no idea. Maybe that's not it at all. But I just know a lot of what they said to me was just kind of general stock answers that I've seen other moderators on other games say. Like, what people love to do when they're power tripping is they go, hey, first thing they do, like you ask one question, and they go, hey, we have lives outside of this game, all right? So we'll get to you when we can get to you. Like, even though you're not even asking them anything, like, further, it's like, hey, we have lives. Because sometimes people will be like, hey, have you verified my run yet? Why is my run taking so long to get on the board? That's the main reason that happens. People go, why is my run taking so long to get on the board? And, and then people go, hey, we have lives, all right? We have other things to do besides verify your run, even though that's what we volunteered to do. And it is strictly volunteer basis. So if you don't have time to do it, you know, I'd say just don't do it. But don't tell people, hey, we have lives here, people. Like, you asking me if your run's verified means that you don't have a life, alright? You don't have a life if you're asking me about your run. So, I do have a life, and I just need you to know that. So, okay. The other mods, too, like, granted, and it's always funny when it's a game that no one is running. Like, there are literally no runs to verify. And they go, hey, we're swamped over here. We'll get to it. You just calm down over there, little kid. You know what I mean? And I've seen it. I mean, I've been doing this for 5 years. Like, I've seen all that shit. I know what that looks like when people, and I know what they say when they're just being that way. And it's exactly what they were doing. Exactly the shit that they were saying. Like, we don't want to clutter up the leaderboards. Like, if somebody didn't tell you to think that or say that, you wouldn't, no one would think that. They'd be like, huh, well, maybe, you know, maybe this is a thing. So, that's just my 2 cents on it. I've just seen it. I've seen that attitude and those words enough times to know that it's verbatim just what people say when they're speedrun mods. It's like when you would hear a parent go, you know, a kid's going, "Can I have this?" And the parent goes, "Oh, maybe later," you know, or something like that. We've got some of that at home. You know what I mean? It's just the same shit. With no thought. That's the whole thing. It's like there's no thought to it. You know, I was just saying, hey, they did this on the Tormented Souls 1 leaderboard. You know, maybe we consider it for Tormented Souls 2, as there are now different versions of Tormented Souls 2. Does anybody know why there are 2 different versions for Tormented Souls 1? No. No one knows. I mean, somebody knows, but no one that cares enough, no one that's moderating the site knows. So does anyone know the reasoning behind the things that have happened in the past? Or are we just blindly saying, I mean, that's just an actual question. You know, does anyone know? Maybe they do. Why not just tell me that if you know or you don't know why? You know, like some explanation behind, here's why. Other than, we're not going to clutter up the leaderboards. Because unfair runs are unfair runs. Like, if the game is fair for one person to play it, and it's not fair for another person to play the same game, then that should be a problem in everyone's eyes. That's not fair to new runners. Like, if the whole issue is we need more runners, no one wants to run this game, well, no one's going to run it if they go, oh, the version I have doesn't work. Like, so I'll never get a good time because I'll always be missing like 3 minutes because I'm not on the version that, you know, the people who have the best times are on. That's my 2 cents. I mean, some people are going to agree with that. Some people say, I see your point. And some people are going to say, I don't see your point. Like they just said, download the old version of the game. Well, the old version of the game doesn't have New Game Plus, so I wouldn't be able to play it New Game Plus. The game would be different. The game is updated now to be intended to play this way. It has changes in some enemy placements and things like that. So the game is intended to be played like this by the developers at this point in time. It's not just some subtle changes they've made over different versions. They've made significant, substantial changes. So I don't know why those guys in an older version don't come to life when you don't grab anything. So I'll probably have to just kill them when I come back through. That's another thing. Like, maybe that's a version-specific thing, which is fine. I'm all for the different versions of the game, but make them different tabs, you know? Make them different versions of the game. But I to some degree, I get it. To some degree. Like, say, if there's a Japanese version and an American version of the same game, sometimes they don't have separate leaderboards for the different versions. So it's up to you, if you want that better time, to download that game. But the point is, that's not a patch. That's not just a patch. That's a different game. Like, it's a different version. It's a finished version of a complete game. Whereas this is not even finished in its current version, if you ask me. There's a lot more work that needs to be put into this game before I would call it a finished product. That's my opinion. And I think anybody who's put any time into it could easily agree with that. So, you know, these are just some of the points I tried to make that were not really even recognized as points at all, but rather than just a waste of everyone's time. But it's clearly not, I'm not like, oh, let's add a category for picking up all the med kits, you know, like some people do. You know, they like come up with these ideas, these harebrained ideas, like, oh, people will love to run that, you know, because they think, oh, people will be interested. You know, they've seen streamers do challenge runs, and they go, oh, people will love this, but they don't. No one plays it. You know, I'm not suggesting that kind of stupid shit. You know, I'm suggesting actual, the technical aspect of the game. You know, and what a common sense thing to do that they didn't do was say, somebody says, hey, I have interest in playing the game melee only. Right? What you would say as a mod is submit a run, we'll look at it, maybe we'll add it. But for a bunch of stuff, they just added it, which is fine. But don't be like, oh, our leaderboards are empty. Well, you shouldn't add a bunch of stuff before anyone actually decides to play it. You're gonna clean before ice cream. That'll be a nice treat. Nice little reward system. Hella. I know I'm just rambling on about, you know, uninteresting speedrun jargon. Good to listen to while you clean those. I'm just trying to, you know, I just want the game to be fair. That's really it. It's just about fairness. It's not really to me about, oh, the leaderboards are cluttered up. Well, maybe the leaderboards need to not have as many runs on them if it's more fair to do so. You know, a lot of leaderboards don't have runs on them. Lots and lots and lots. Because you just got to do what's fair, not about the presentation of the leaderboard. Oh my god, the aesthetic of the leaderboard is at stake here. Come on. It's just a fucking indie game that absolutely no one cares about. Like, this is never... But then they say, oh, if more people start running it, we'll look at that stuff. That shouldn't be the attitude. But that is an attitude that I've seen a lot among entitled moderators. People who just want to say no. People who enjoy the power. You know, I've seen it. People who just want to say no. Doesn't matter if it makes sense or not. Doesn't matter if it's fair. I'm gonna skip that med kit. You know, like if somebody said, I wanna run individual levels in Cake Mania, even though there's never gonna be another run of Cake Mania ever, I wouldn't say, no one's running this game, let me turn you down. I would say submit a run, any run. It doesn't have to be even any good. Just submit a run so I can put something on there. And boom, there you go. I wouldn't just be like, no one's running it, we're not doing it. So that's not an inclusive way to do it. I mean, and I understand you can't add, you know, a category for everybody that they want to do. I understand that. You can't do that. But just being minimal interest. But, you know, it's also like if somebody wanted to add a new category to Stardew Valley or, you know, Mario 3 or something crazy, you know, popular, then you just, you know, put it to a vote, see how many runs you could get. Hey, does anybody want to run this? And you see how that would go. But a game that no one cares about and no one's ever, you know, you should be more inclusive. You know, it's not like Mario 3, but you can't look up, you know, or some stupid shit like that. Because then I would say, you know, it's different when it's a really, really popular game. It's a game nobody cares about. Somebody wants to do a run. Speedrunning's supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be aesthetic. Oh, our leaderboards. Oh, our precious leaderboards are going to be cluttered with so many different tabs if we added one new current patch. Are you playing on the current version or are you playing on the old version? Because they are different. Oh, that would be so cluttered. What would we look at? Oh my god, one new tab? To distinguish the version of the game you're playing on? Something that's actually substantial to the speedrun time? You know, come on. Come on, guy. I mean, it's ridiculous. Whoa, we're not adding a new tab, guys. Hey, guys, we got 6 tabs. How many's too many? 7. Yeah, sorry, man. 7's too many tabs. We already got 6. We'll get rid of one of those tabs that no one plays on. Nah, man. Nah. Those need to be there. Somebody might want to use those someday. Nah, man, can't do it. Can't take any of those empty categories that no one's ever gonna touch. We need those. Oh, you know what? I normally add the seeds later. Just so I can... Because this thing is always fucked up for some reason. Yeah, that's good. I'm checking that shit. No. So one tab, I just don't see what difference it makes. Current version, old version, 2 tabs. 2 different games. Different enemies, different enemy placements. And that's not just it. I mean, these are patches. We're not just talking about like Japanese versus US version. Because those are finished products, both of them. So it just turns people off from running it, really, at the end of the day. Because I know that from experience. I've been turned off by shit like that. Where I go, oh, I have to do all this just to run the game because we can't, for some reason, run it on the current version or whatever. Been there, done that. Been turned off. No, I'm not turned off. I'm turned on right now, but I have been turned off. Let's get this guy like this. Let's save a bullet there. As we speak, though, I'm turned on. You know, how much would they have to change the game to create a different tab? And it's just, my main point is, the original versions are so fucked up that you just kind of need, you know, the other versions. You need them because soft locking, and that's just stuff from not playing the game. You know, you wouldn't know that. You know, if you were inexperienced at the game and hadn't had all those issues happen. I'm like almost 200 hours in. You know, I'm well aware of the issues that the game has. I've experienced so many of them in only 200 hours. I've been soft locked a dozen times. I've had the game crash on numerous occasions, just out of nowhere. I've fallen out of bounds. I've had enemies knock me into other shit. Oh, you put on some press-ons? Let's sell it. I'm playing this like I got infinite shotgun ammo. Hell yeah. What color? I'm on caution. Eat that. I mean, I'm not even asking for a good ending category. Like, you don't even speedrun the good ending. That's like, that's not a thing that you can do. It's like, huh? Ooh, those dodges. You can just be like, hey, I got a life over here. I can't be sending nail pics. But don't do that though. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't do that. And like the time I think about the game and, you know, suggest ways to improve the game, my time has no value. You know, I'm wasting everyone else's time by making good suggestions. Alright, we're getting out of this school. Hopefully we don't die at the end. That'd be nice. I think this is a good run. I don't think it's anything, you know, crazy woohoo, but it's had some good moments. We about to get fucked up here, though. I gotta kill these guys in the future. Hopefully I can get out of here. Barely. Were they cute? I'll have a cutscene in just like 1 second. Not 1 second, but 30 seconds. And I will. I'll get in there. I'll have a peek. I just can't quite see him at the angle that it is. If you hit a rail right there, both of those guys hit you apparently. Jesus, man. I skipped the cutscene. There'll be another one at the end. Just habit. I kind of see him. They're like a light blue or something. Oh, he didn't. He bugged out. It's unfortunate. He bugged out. I'm gonna be short on ammo now. He was off screen. Yeah, we'll have another cutscene in like 30 seconds. Stupid. Here we go. Oh yeah, they're kind of silver. Is it silver? Kind of a silverish purple. It looks good together. We got him at Target. Nice. Yeah, they're very similar color. I agree. It's a nice combo. Oh. Oh, I thought that was broken. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, that's a nice shade. I agree. So pretty. Very much. Putting laundry away is totally optional. Totally optional. Heart, yin yang star. a sip of coffee during the cutscene. Appreciate some toast.
Anna! Anna? Are you okay?
Thank you for joining us, Caroline. You can witness the last mess of this filthy church.
Hazelnut, yep.
Its impotent god.
There's enough for a couple days left. Couple days left. I've loved it. How much shotgun ammo do I have? 7? That's probably not a ton, but... I'm guessing it's enough. We'll grab a few more along the way. Alright, this next section's kind of hard. We just have to make sure that we don't die. Gotta heal it out, heal it out. Alright, that was smooth. One more of these guys to go. Ooh. I was so close to death there, that's crazy. Yeah, see, those guys just kill you so fast. Like 2 hits. I guess it's maybe 3, but sometimes they'll hit you more than once in a session. Which is never good. They call that the old wombo combo in the trade. What's up, Radar? Radar's been hit with the wombo combo. Oh yeah, you know all about that shit. I ain't gotta tell you about no wombo combo. So my PB's 211. We'll see what we can come up with here. Hopefully at least a couple minutes. You always think you're on a good pace, and this elevator takes 3 minutes. And it's like, oh. Oh. Yeah, okay. What does that stand for? Yeah, personal best. Personal best. Yeah, that's probably what it was. Oh, I said I'm on PB pace, yeah. Yep, that's what you were curious about. It was me being on PB pace. Peanut butter paste. Oh, I went the wrong way. This guy's a problem. I would love someday to get a sub too, but I have more work to do before that can happen. I'd kind of just like a sub 210 at this point, honestly. If we can. If we may. if I may. What am I making? I don't even remember. I may. Okay. Thank you. Thanks about it, Mom. Ooh, anytime. Gracias. Alright, so I gotta think fast. I gotta think about these fucking enemies that are in here. Am I killing them? I think so. Shotgun ammo. 7. It's actually, that could be perfect. I'll just kill them. Like, if we're YOLOing a run, like, in the future, probably won't kill these guys. For right now, we're still in the learning phase. Out of shotgun ammos. Gotta dodge. Ooh, he was too slow. Didn't even have to dodge. Crazy. I didn't know he could be that slow. Probably some shotgun ammo right over there, but this might be a little bit scuffed. But when is it not? 156.40. Yeah. These. I'd rather be at like 149 right now for a sub 2. But just gotta do better, I guess. The old sub 2. Sub 2 is gonna be hard on this version though, because the people who've had sub 2 do not play on this version of the game, and there's like 3 to 5 minutes of time save on the older versions that They were just simply the dodges. You just simply can't get, you know, in this version. I mean, not that... I mean, sub 2 is definitely possible with this version. That's not the point. The point is, you know, there's just free time save that I could have. If I wanted to play on a lesser version of the game. Because, yeah, we need to be beating the game right now. I'm probably like 7 or 8 minutes off from doing that. So I should get a PB by a minute or two. Oop. Which we'll take. Assuming I don't die and the stream doesn't crash and stuff like that. Ooh, I got sandwiched. Alright, so I think we did everything there. I hope. Then we go back to the elevator, right? Yeah. B3 style. Save a few seconds by kind of phasing through the elevator and pressing the button. I don't feel like doing that though. We got 5 of these. And 7 of these. And no shotgun ammo. Yeah, ammo's a little skimpy. Ooh, is ammo too skimpy? It might be. It might be kind of fucked up. Might be a rip. Not really sure. I must have missed somewhere. I'm thinking maybe. But I'm not gonna do anything about it. We could go grab a little bit. Lose about 30 or 40 seconds. We'll just beat it with a hammer if we have to, I guess. And I'm actually go ahead and use a couple of these. So I have 6 of these. How many of these? 4. Oh, I think we got the quick kill. Yeah. Nice, sub 203 barely. That was hella. Wowzers. What a run. That was pretty good. That was an 8-minute PB.
And give my regards to Lucia.
$202.59. $202.41. Wow.